Hello, I'm Clayton James. Thank you so much for joining me today. And I just wanted to say real quick to the people that are following my channel, I promise starting tomorrow, I will start putting more entertaining content that is more than just me talking into my phone. I've been out of town for the last week and I just got home last night. So I'm going to take today to kind of reset and then we'll get the wheels moving in. What I wanted to talk about today, though, was our human beings' energy centers. Chakras is another word for them. This is a term that your chakra centers is something that I learned about a long time ago, probably over 10 years ago, and I really didn't know a whole lot about it. I knew that each of the colors of the rainbow is associated with each chakra, so starting at the root chakra being red and going up to the crown chakra, which is violet. You also have a chakra above your head that's white that connects you with source energy. But I've done chakra cleansing meditations where I will focus on that specific area of my body and the color that it resonates with, and in an attempt to clear that energy out or help create a better sense of harmony in my body. And I've been reading this very interesting book recently, and it has just been blowing my mind. So it is called Becoming Supernatural by Dr. Joe Dispenza. There's a foreword by Greg Braden. He's also an incredible author. And I came across Dr. Joe Dispenza on YouTube, watching videos on YouTube about consciousness and personal development, and I was just fascinated by what he was lecturing about, so I bought his book, and going through it, there's a part where he gives specific peer-reviewed scientific factual data that's based in fact, information about your energy centers or your chakra systems. They could also be referred to as wheels, is what your chakras are referred to in the East Indian Vedic texts. So I wanted to talk about what actually your chakras are, how they interact with your body and your consciousness, and how you can develop more harmony and mastery over your body and your chakras so that you can be at your highest vibrational energy. So I wanted to, I took a few notes and then I wanted to read you a short passage, and in the next week or so, I'm going to make a video, a chakra clearing meditation video. And the reason why I wanted to make this video first is so you can have a little bit of information about what the chakras are, and instead of just kind of blindly going through meditation and not really understanding what the benefits or how it's going to positively or can positively affect you. Okay, so each of your energy centers or chakras or wheels, I'm just going to call them energy centers from now on. I think that'll be a little bit less confusing for everybody. So each of your energy centers have their own individual information centers. Each center has its own vibration or consciousness that emits light or energy with a specific frequency of its own very specific information that it's carrying. Each center also has its own glands, hormones, and chemistry, as well as its own individual plexus of neurons. And when I heard about the plexus of neurons, I was like, what is that? And so a good way to define that is each of these centers have their own individual brains, their own mini brains, or their own level of individual consciousness. These clusters of neurons in each energy center can be thought of as mini brains. Each one of these centers has its own brain. Each of them has its own mind or awareness. For example, whenever you get a craving for food, that is that specific energy center's consciousness affecting your consciousness, telling you, hey, I'm hungry, we need to eat. So there are 7 energy centers in the body, or 7 chakras in the body. There is, like I said earlier, there's an additional one about 14 centimeters above your head. And you can actually feel it if you focus your awareness on that area. It's really interesting. So The first energy center or chakra is the root chakra, and it is associated with the color red. The second is the sacral hara. It is associated with the color orange. The third is the solar plexus. It is associated with the color yellow. The fourth is the heart chakra. It is associated with the color green. The fifth chakra is the throat chakra. It is associated with the color blue. The sixth is the third eye chakra, associated with the color indigo. And the seventh is the crown chakra, associated with the color violet. And then the chakra above your head is associated with the color white. So I wanted to read to you out of Mr. Dispenza's book. It's just a couple of pages to get better acquainted with what the energy centers are and what areas in the body, what glands, hormones that they affect or are a part of, rather. So the first energy center, which is the root chakra, governs the region of your sexual organs, including your perineum, your pelvic floor, the glands that are connected to your vagina or penis, or prostate if you're a man, your bladder, your lower bowel, and your anus. This energy center has to do with reproduction and procreation, elimination, sexuality, and sexual identity. Its hormones, estrogen and progesterone in women and testosterone in men, are correlated with this center. This energy center is also associated with the inferior mesenteric nerve plexus. A tremendous amount of creative energy exists in this first center. Think about the amount of energy that you use to make life and create a baby. When this center is in balance, your creative energy flows easily, and you're also grounded in your sexual identity. The second energy center is behind or slightly below your navel. That is the sacral hara chakra. It governs your ovaries, uterus, colon, pancreas, and lower back. It has to do with consumption, digestion, elimination, and breaking down of foods into energy. Get out of here. What are you doing? My kitty just wanted to say hi. That's Sage. Anyways, including digestive enzymes and juices, as well as enzymes and hormones to balance your blood sugar levels. This center is also connected to the superior mesenteric nerve plexus. This energy center is also related to social networks and structures, relationships, support systems, family and cultures, and interpersonal relationships. Think about it as a center for holding on or letting go, consuming or eliminating. When this center is in balance, you feel safe and secure both in your environment and in the world. The third energy center is located in the pit of your gut. It governs the stomach, small intestine, spleen, liver, gallbladder, adrenal glands, and kidneys. It is associated. The associated hormones include adrenal and cortisol, kidney hormones, and the chemicals like renin and angiotensin. I don't know if I said that right. And all the liver enzymes, as well as stomach enzymes like peptin, trypsin, all the stuff in your stomach. This center is associated with our willpower, self-importance, control, drive, aggression, and dominance. It is a center of competitive action and of personal power, self-esteem, and directed intention. When the third center is in balance, you will use your will and your drive to overcome your environment and the conditions in your life. Unlike the second center, this center becomes naturally activated when you perceive that your environment is not safe or is unpredictable. So you must protect and take care of your tribe and yourself. The third center is also active when you want something and you need to use your body to get it. The fourth energy center, which is located in the space behind your breastbone, governs the heart, lungs, and thymus glands. This is your heart chakra. The body's immunity gland, known as the fountain of youth. The hormones associated with this center include growth hormone and oxytocin, as well as a cascade of 1,400 different chemicals that stimulate the immune system's health via the thymus gland, responsible for growth, repair, and regeneration of the body. The nerve plexus this center governs is the heart plexus. The first three centers are all about survival and reflect our animal nature of our humanity, but in this fourth center, we are moving from being selfish to being selfless. This center is associated with emotions of love and caring, nurturing, compassion, gratitude, thankfulness, appreciation, kindness, inspiration, selflessness, wholeness, and trust. It is where our divinity originates, and it is the seat of our soul. When the fourth center is in balance, we care about others. We want to work in cooperation for the greatest good of the community. We feel a genuine love for life. We feel whole. We are satisfied with who we are. The fifth energy center, which is your throat chakra, is located in the center of your throat. It governs the thyroid, parathyroid, and salivary glands, and the tissues of the neck. The hormones associated with this center include the thyroid hormones, T3 and T4, the parathyroid chemicals that govern the body's metabolism and circulating calcium levels. The nerve plexus this center governs is the thyroid plexus. This center is associated with expressing love you felt in the fourth center, as well as speaking your truth and personally empowering your reality through language and sound. This fifth center is balanced. Your voice, your present truth, which includes expressing your love. You feel so pleased with yourself and with life that you just have to share your thoughts and feelings. This sixth energy center, which is your third eye, is located in the space in the back of your throat and the back of your head. If that's too complicated to picture, just think of it as the center of your brain slightly toward the back of your head. This governs the pineal gland, which is a sacred gland. Some people call the pineal the third eye, but I call it the first eye. It's associated with the door to higher dimensions and shifting your perception so you can see beyond the veil or see reality in a non-linear way. When the center is open, it's like a radio antenna that you can use to tune into higher frequencies beyond the five senses. This is where the alchemist within you awakens. I devote a whole chapter to the pineal gland in this book, but for now the pineal gland secretes hormones like serotonin and melatonin, as well as some other wonderful metabolites, which are responsible for your circadian rhythms of feeling awake in response to visible light during the day and sleepy in response to being in darkness at night. In fact, the pineal gland is sensitive to all electromagnetic frequencies besides visible light and can produce corresponding chemical derivatives of melatonin that can change your view of reality. How interesting is that? When this gland is in balance, your brain works in a clear manner. You are lucid, more conscious of your body and inner world, and of both your inner world and your outer world, and seeing and perceiving more every day. The seventh energy center is located in the center of your head and includes the pituitary gland. This is your crown chakra. This gland has been called the master gland because it governs and creates harmony in a downward cascade from this center of your brain to your pineal gland, your thyroid gland, your thymus gland, your adrenal glands, your pancreatic gland, and all the way to your sexual glands. So basically, everything starts at the top, works its way down, cascading through all of your chakras. Each one of those gland areas that was just mentioned are a different chakra system. This center of the body is where you experience your greatest expression of divinity. This is where your divinity, your highest level of consciousness, originates. When this gland is in balance, you are in harmony with all things. And then the last one, the eighth energy center, is located about 16 inches. Okay, well, I misquoted that. I said 14 centimeters earlier. Apparently it's 16 inches above the head. So it's only energy center is not associated with any area. It's the only energy center that's not associated with any area of the physical body. The Egyptians called it the Ka. It represents your connection to the cosmos, to the universe, to the whole. When this center becomes activated, you feel worthy to receive, and that opens you up to insights, epiphanies, deep understandings, and creative downloads of frequency and information that come into your physical body and brain, not from memories stored in your nervous system, but from the cosmos, the universe, the unified field, or whatever you want to call that power that is greater than our individual selves. We access the data, the memory of the quantum field through this center. And that was all I wanted to read to you out of this book. I just thought it was really interesting and really relevant and important to discuss like what chemical and adrenal areas and glandular areas of your body are affected by these different chakra areas. Because we as human beings have the power to consciously change, right? We don't, I truly believe that when all of these areas are harmonious or in balance, then there is no disease in the body. There's no disease. And I truly wholeheartedly believe that balance and harmony can be attained through meditation and mindfulness. And that is one of the things that I want to share with everybody. That's why I want to make this video about doing chakra clearing meditations, because I do them and they help me. They really do. I use these meditations mainly to help me remove emotional blockages. I've been dealing with some trauma in the past that I've been trying to overcome, and it gets stuck in places. And so it's a good way for me to be able to consciously release that energy and then be open to receiving the blessings and the goodness that come from the healing of those, or balancing of those centers. So anyways, I just wanted to share all that with you guys. I hope it was informative. I found it really interesting. That's why I wanted to share it, because I didn't I've known about chakras for a long time, but I didn't know all of that scientific information about them. And I found it to be important in my understanding of my journey through life, and getting a better understanding of being able to have more mastery over my mind and my body. And if that's something that you're trying to do too, I think you'll find this informative and helpful. So anyways, I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next video. Oh, and if you have any questions, don't forget to ask. I will answer them.